Is it a good idea to follow your passion of what career to make? Should you be, if you're passionate about something, is it a good career? That's a very difficult question to answer. For example, if you're a good photographer, maybe a wildlife photographer or any other kind of a photographer, can you make a good profession out of it? Depends a lot on your location, on your luck, on your skill. Right time, right place. Will people pay huge amounts of money for the photographs that you take? When will you get the success, right? So today, for wildlife photographers, it's common to say, I do photography and I will do photography tours. I'll take you on photography tours and you can come with me and you can pay an X amount and I will teach you how to take photographs, etc. And people do go on such tours, because if you've spent $1.5 lakh on buying a camera and another 1 lakh on buying a lens, if you've spent 2.5 lakhs on your equipment, you don't mind spending some money on learning photography. But is that a great career? Is that how you will make money? It depends on a lot of other things also. So my advice to anybody is to say, choose a profession where it is not a winner takes all kind of a thing. For example, say in the entertainment industry, where in entertainment and sports, I'm clubbing them together. In entertainment and sports, the winner takes all. The very successful guy or the top 5 people or the top 10 people make a disproportionately large amount of money compared to the, say, 70th guy or the 75th guy. But thanks to OTT in movies and thanks to IPL in cricket, earlier the top 20 were making money, but in cricket today you can safely say the top 200 make a living wage, right? So you don't need to be the India captain to make a fantastic amount of money. You can make 5 crores, 7 crores if you get into IPL, and I'm talking about lifetime income. I'm not talking about annual income. So that's not a bad amount of money in a poor country like India, right? India is not a very rich country. India is not a 23 trillion country. We have barely 3 trillion, maybe inching towards 4 trillion. So if your choice is between writing a bank exam and becoming a bank clerk, becoming a cricketer is not a bad idea at all, provided you are sure you will be in the top 100 at least. At least you should be in reckoning for IPL, you should be in reckoning for Ranji Trophy, you should be reckoning for an India position, you should be in reckoning. I am not even saying you should get selected. At that stage you will make some money, maybe 2-3 crores you will make in a year, maybe you will make 1 crore in an IPL auction. But if you are successful in 10 IPL auctions, and then which means you make at least 10 crores, 12 crores, that is huge in this country. That is really huge. Not everybody makes that kind of money. Not extremely well paid executives don't make that kind of money in their lifetime. They may have that kind of net worth, yes, because of ESOPs and things like that, but earning that kind of money is not going to be very easy. So choose a profession where the spread is better if you think you're average. So the average chartered accountant might earn much more than the average cricketer, but the topmost cricketer will obviously earn much more than the average doctor or the average chartered accountant. So Virat Kohli will continue to earn 300 crores for whatever he does, his endorsements and his cricket and his advertising, whatever, right? So all that put together, he will make that kind of money. Will a chartered accountant in practice at the age of 40 make that kind of money? Extremely doubtful, right? But the top 10,000 chartered accountants will earn more than the top 10,000 cricketers. So see where you fit in first. Don't just do something because somebody is asking you to do. Don't become a doctor because your parents are doctors and they want you to take over their practice. Are you passionate enough to be a doctor? Do you have empathy for the patient who calls up at 2 a.m. saying it's an emergency? Do you have the ability to do that? Do you have the ability to set up your own nursing home? Do you have the ability to fight the corporate hospitals? Are you good in communication? All these things are going to decide how much money you will make. Don't come into the medical profession to make money. It's a wrong profession to come into to make money, right? So if you are very talented and you think you're going to be in the top 25 cricketers, cricketing is a great career. But if you get realistic, by the time you are 15 or 13, 14, you realize where you stand in your own academy, in the place where with your friends, etc. You know where you stand. If you don't think you are going to be in the top 25, 30, 50 people, maybe cricket is not a great option, maybe academics is a better option, right? So these kind of you have to make a chart and see what kind of profession helps you make money if you are an average person, and do you have the backing. I mean, an Abhishek Bachchan or a Hrithik Roshan or I can't think of more names, can these people come into the film industry? Yes, they have got good backing, right? So they can afford to fail long enough for the industry to still accept them and give them movies. That may not happen to you if you are a starter, right? So if you are a new person in the industry, then you have to be very good, lucky breaks you have to get, all that, right? Amitabh Bachchan was good enough to get all that, but Abhishek Bachchan has the success of Amitabh Bachchan behind him, so that even if he fails in a few movies, he will continue to get movies. There is somebody who will sustain him, somebody who will feed him, somebody will say. But remember one thing, that even if you are not in the top 3 in acting, if you are in the top 15 in acting or top 20 in acting, you still make a hell of a lot of money, right? So if money is what you want, the kind of money which an Abhishek Bachchan or a Hrithik Roshan is considered to be more successful than Abhishek Bachchan or Saif Ali Khan or like any of those people, they make hell of a lot of money than the average guy. So make no mistake, but do you have the ability in you to sustain from the age of 18, 19, because anyway they don't get very academically high. Will you have the mental and physical and financial strength to stay through bad periods? These are questions to be answered. If you are a doctor, you start earning pretty late, maybe you're 31, 32 by the time you can set up. Do you have the ability to start your own practice? One good thing which corporate hospitals have done is to ensure that a person who is well qualified as a doctor gets at least 1.5 lakhs, 2 lakhs as salary, starting salary, which is good because he is not forced to go into practice, because going into practice calls for a huge amount of investments, whether in terms of buying real estate or taking it on rent and not being able to make money for some time, right? You have to have that ability to sustain the period when you're not earning. So consider all this before you say, oh, I'm very passionate, I want to become a doctor, I'm very passionate, I want to become a cricketer or an actor. Many of these professions, the money is very, very unequally divided. One good thing